Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack sources and pull out the key insights for you.
And today we're tackling some really deep concepts.
We are, starting with a story, actually, from Mevlana.
The dervish with the water pot.
That's the one. So this dervish tells Mevlana how loyal he is, right?
Yeah, full of declarations.
And Mevlana just hands him this pot of water full to the brim, tells him, carry this on your head across the garden, don't spill a drop.
Simple instruction, but tricky. The dervish, he focuses intensely, eyes glued to the pot.
Exactly. He gets back, mission accomplished, and Mevlana asks him, did you see the birds, the flowers?
And the dervish says, no, I was just watching the pot. Makes sense, right?
Totally. But then Mevlana drops the wisdom. He says, that right there, that is sadaqat. To bind your eye and heart to a single truth. Not get distracted. Not just stay on the path, but stay consistent on it.
Consistent on the path. That's the core, isn't it?
It really is. And that idea, sadaqat, along with sidq, that's what we're diving into today.
Words that might sound a bit foreign, maybe?
Maybe. But their meaning, incredibly relevant for trust, integrity, how we live.
Absolutely. So we'll look at the roots, the divine connection.
How it plays out in texts, in Sufism, in our lives.
And this idea of it being like a collective atmosphere, not just personal.
Right. So let's start with the words themselves. Sidq and sadaqat. We talk about truth, loyalty, but these feel heavier somehow. What's in the linguistic origin?
Okay, yeah. So it comes from the Arabic root SDQ.
SDQ.
Right. And fundamentally it means to be true, to speak truth, and sincerity.
Okay, truth and sincerity.
So a sadaqat is someone who's true inside and out. Their words match their heart. They're bound to truth.
Bound to it. I like that.
And sadaqat is the continuity of that bond, steadfastness, keeping it up over time.
So it's not just a moment, it's the ongoing commitment.
Exactly, it's sustained. And from that same SDQ root, you get other important terms.
Like what?
Well, sidq, that's someone with superior truthfulness. Think of Hurs Abu Bakr.
The highest level of truthfulness.
Kind of, yeah. Then there's sadaqa. That's like proving your sincerity through giving. Charity.
So actions backing up the inner state.
Precisely. Your giving shows your truthfulness.
Right.
And tasdik.
Tasdik.
It means to affirm something is true, to validate it.
Okay, so you tasdik a statement, you confirm its truth.
Exactly. And interestingly, in classical language philosophy, there's this idea tied to SDQ. That truth actually strengthens the speaker, gives their words power, weight.
Really?
Power.
Yeah, and lies. They do the opposite. They weaken the words, weaken the speaker, can even like spiritually diminish them.
Wow. Okay, hold on. So truth isn't just moral. It's a source of actual vitality. That's kind of huge.
It's a very different way of looking at it, isn't it? Integrity isn't just ethical. It shapes your very effectiveness.
It really shifts things.
And this connects upwards, to the divine.
How so?
Well, one of Allah's names is as-Sadiq.
As-Sadiq?
The absolutely perfectly true. It's why we say Sadaqallahul Azim after reciting Qur'an.
Allah the Great has spoken the truth. Right. Recognizing that inherent perfect truthfulness.
We hear that phrase all the time, but understanding as-Sadiq, it gives it much more depth.
It really does. And the Qur'an itself states in Surah An-Am, verse 146, we are indeed truthful in our word.
We, plural.
Yes, but it's the plural of majesty. What Arabic calls azama jami. It signifies the entire divine system.
The whole system.
Revelation, messengers, the universe itself. It all operates on absolute truth and consistency. It's the bedrock.
Okay, that's immense. So if God's sadaqat is absolute, perfect, how do we humans even approach that? What does it mean for us down here?
That's the key question, right? Our sadaqat isn't inherent like Allah's. It's learned, acquired.
It's something we have to work out.
Constantly. We need renewal. We need repentance when we mess up. But we're called to reflect that divine truth, sincerely, even if imperfectly.
So how is that call reflected? Where do we see sidq and sadaqat in, say, the sacred texts?
Oh, they're central. Take the Qur'an, Surah At-Tawbah, verse 119. It says, O you who have believed, fear Allah and be with the truthful.
Be with them, not just be truthful.
Exactly. That ma'a sadiqin, being with the truthful, is crucial. Razi, the commentator, pointed out that your own honesty is better protected, nurtured when you're in the right environment.
So your company matters a lot. You can't just do it in a vacuum.
Seems not. And another verse, Ma'idah 119, links truthfulness directly to salvation. The day when the truthful will benefit from their truthfulness.
So it has ultimate consequences.
It does. And Azab 35 mentions truthful men and truthful women, making it clear it's for everyone, a universal requirement.
Woven right into the fabric of faith, then.
Absolutely.
What about the hadith, the prophet sayings?
Definitely reinforced there, too.
Great.
A famous one says, truthfulness, sidq, leads to righteousness, and righteousness leads to paradise.
A clear path.
And it continues, a person keeps speaking truth until they are written as a siddiq with Allah. It's a process, a journey towards that state.
Becoming a siddiq.
Right. And there's another powerful one from Ahmed B. Hanbal's collection. He who has no trustworthiness has no faith, and he who does not keep his word has no religion.
Wow, that's stark. No trustworthiness, no faith, no keeping your word, no religion.
It frames sadaqat as utterly essential,
Yeah,
both morally and spiritually.
okay. And in Sufism, the mystical path, how do they see sadaqat?
For Sufis, it's vital. It's the chain binding the heart to God. There's a great story about Bayazid al-Bistami.
Oh, yeah.
Someone asked him about the Ism-i-Azam, the greatest name of God.
The ultimate invocation.
Right. And Bistami apparently said sadaqat.
Sadaqat. Truthfulness is the greatest name.
His point was, whichever name you recite with true sadaqat, with deep sincerity, that becomes the greatest name for you in that moment.
Whoa. Okay, that's where it gets really interesting. The power isn't just the word, it's the sincerity behind the word.
Precisely. The state of your heart. Mevlana called sadaqat the soul's promise to the soul.
Deep.
And he also said, one who is loyal in love sacrifices self for beloved. It's about that deep commitment.
Sacrificing the self.
Yeah, you see this in stories, like Fariduddin Attar's tale about Sultan Mammud.
The Sultan, what happened?
He vowed that if he won a battle, he'd give all the spoils to the poor. Huge amount of wealth.
A big promise.
Massive. He wins. Then his advisors are like, Your Majesty, maybe keep some. For the army. The treasury.
Practical advice, maybe?
Perhaps. But then this wise man, Abu Hussein, steps up and says something simple.
What did he say?
He said, if you'll never need Allah's help again, break your vow. But if you think you might, fulfill it.
Ooh, powerful.
Right. So the Sultan gives it all away, honors his word. And the story says that's when he truly became Mammud, the praised one.
Because he kept his word, even when it cost him. That's a great illustration.
It really highlights that commitment aspect.
And you mentioned earlier, this isn't just individual, it's an atmosphere. Can you unpack that a bit more?
Yeah, that Quranic command again. Be with the truthful. It suggests something beyond personal effort. Think of it like this. The moon has soil.
Right.
Mars gets sunlight. But no life. Why?
No atmosphere.
Exactly. Sadaqat, even if you have the soil of good intention and the sunlight of knowledge, it needs that atmosphere, a community of truthful people, to really flourish and last.
That's a really strong analogy. So it implies collective action. It's not just about me being good.
I think so, yes. It's about the environment reinforcing the virtue, like iron in a fire.
How do you mean?
Put iron in fire, it gets hot, turns red. It takes on the quality of the fire. Being consistently with sidq people can help make you sidq over time.
You absorb it in a way.
It strengthens your heart, firms up your intentions, creates this shared consciousness around truth, mutual support.
That makes a lot of sense, this interplay between the personal and the communal. So where does taqwa fit in? That consciousness of God, of responsibility?
Taqwa. They're inseparable, really. Two sides of a coin.
Okay.
Taqwa is the foundation. That awareness of responsibility, of accountability to Allah.
The inner sense of duty.
Right. And sadaqat. That's taqwa made manifest. It's living out that responsibility consistently, sincerely, in your words, in your actions.
So taqwa is the root, sadaqat is the fruit.
That's a good way to put it. And Ibn Kathir, commenting on that same verse in Tawbah.
About being with the truthful.
Yes. He said, whoever is with the truthful will share in their state. Whoever is with liars will resemble them. Being with the sadaq people basically guarantees growth in sadaqat. It helps you live your taqwa.
Right. It provides the support structure.
Exactly.
So, okay, let's bring this down to earth a bit. How does all this translate to just everyday life, practical stuff?
Well, it's everywhere, isn't it? Keeping your promises in business,
Yeah.
maintaining trust in relationships, honoring contracts, social agreements.
Basic integrity.
But also understanding. There are no white lies. Truth is truth. It doesn't change color because it's inconvenient.
That's challenging.
It is, and it gets really tested in crisis situations. Sadaqat is the willingness to speak truth, even if it harms you personally. Refusing to betray truth, no matter the pressure.
Speaking truth to power, even at personal risk, that takes real courage.
It does. There's a story about Bilul, Donna.
Another one. Okay.
Yeah, during the Umayyad times. A man, Abdurzak, was running from unjust soldiers. He begs Bilul for help.
Desperate situation.
Totally. Bilul tells him, quick, get in this empty sack. He puts the sack with the man inside on his back and just keeps walking.
Okay.
It's strange, but okay.
The soldiers catch up. Did you see Abdurzak? And Bilul, completely truthfully, says, yep, he's on my back.
He said that?
He did. But the soldiers, being liars and unjust themselves, they just laughed, thought he was crazy or mocking them. They rode off.
They didn't believe the truth because they weren't truthful?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Later, Abdurzak is furious, thinking Bilul betrayed him. But Bilul just says, don't worry, they don't believe the truth, and they certainly don't believe someone who speaks it.
Wow. That's chilling.
It shows how, in a corrupt environment, truth itself can seem unbelievable. And being with truthful people becomes a kind of refuge.
A safe space for truth. That's a powerful takeaway. Okay, we've definitely covered a lot of ground. Sinq and Sadakat.
We have. Sinq as consistency. Sadakat as being true word and heart. Steadfast sincerity.
And not just as individuals, but as a collective. Needing that atmosphere strengthened by good company.
Absolutely. It's a shared responsibility.
So as we wrap up, maybe something for you, the listener, to think about. How much does your environment, the voices you listen to, the people you're with, shape your ability to be truthful and consistent?
And perhaps reflect on what it truly means to be sidq.
Like Attar's Sultan or Bilul's example. The person who, even facing ruin for telling the truth, chooses ruin and speaks it anyway.
A profound thought to carry with you. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive into sidq and sadakat. We hope it sparks reflection on truth and integrity in your own life.